Welcome back to Once Upon a Tiny Farm. In today's video, I want to talk about why we homestead. Why do we do it? Homesteading is not easy and it's a lot of work. There's a lot of animals to take care of. There's a lot of expenses. And why do we do it? It would be a lot easier to just go to the store and just buy the food that's actually still not that cheap and not that healthy. I'll get into that in a second. I have to remember the reason we started homesteading was because we found out that basically all of the foods that we find at our grocery stores are basically full of crap ingredients. They are not good for you. Even most of the crops that are grown conventionally today in our farming community are grown using really awful chemicals that can actually cause cancer and things like that. And all that used to be, I feel like, a topic a lot of people didn't talk about, wasn't really mainstream, people didn't know about it, but it feels like things are changing. The tide is changing on health and foods and healthy eating. The reason we homestead is because the most easy way to have good food for your family, for yourself, for your health, is to grow it yourself and do things organically. That's why each year we've expanded our garden. We've transformed our backyard from grass to garden space. And it just keeps expanding until I think we've basically run out of space here. By the way, if you don't even have a lot of space in your backyard, I have free garden plans that you can get linked down below in the details of this video. And you can get some of our free garden plans for our 400 square foot garden that is back over there. But what else can you do besides gardening? Because if you have a small backyard, it's really hard to grow all the things that you need to really feed your family. So today what I'm doing is I'm picking up an order from Azure Standard, which is a company, I think they're based over the other side of the country, Washington State, and they source organic foods from local farms around them, and they distribute them through trucks at different drop points throughout the entire country. And I made a big order last week, and I'm picking it up today, and I'm going to show you what we're getting from Azure Standard. All organic stuff in bulk, some stuff for the chickens, a bunch of stuff for me, even special seeds, garden seeds that I couldn't find anywhere else, we got from Azure Standard. So we're going to go to our pickup now and load up the truck, and I'll take you guys along with me. Let's go. All right, so I'm here at the drop site. This is just a local farm, maybe 15 minutes from our house, not too bad. I actually haven't come to pick up an order from here for about 2 years for some reason, because I used to get a lot of my chicken feed from Azure. That was before I started doing the rice and beans experimental diet. That hasn't been experimental. I've been doing that for the last over a year and a half at least. So getting more food and just waiting for the tractor trailer to arrive. It'll back up this driveway, and then we'll start. Everybody helps unload everything that's on the truck. Everybody that placed an order will just go, and they have pallets set up with everybody's last name and whatever. We help one by one load everything to whatever order they went to. And then when everything's loaded out of the truck, we can start loading our trucks up with the stuff that we ordered. So here we go. All right, loaded up all of our stuff in the back of the truck. Got a lot of really good goodies. I didn't get any footage while I was there because there were a ton of people. I didn't want to be one of those people just holding up my cell phone like a weirdo. But on our way home, and we'll unpack everything, and I'll show you everything that we got. All right, so here's one thing I got. I never got this before, poultry NutriBalancer. Want to make sure I'm keeping my chickens very healthy. And this is a pretty highly recommended thing to add to their feed. So make sure they have all their nutrients they need. I've got some whole peas, 50-pound bag. I've got brown rice. I think this is 25 pounds. got some black beans, organic. Everything's organic. Cookies. This is a bag of 50 pounds of bread flour. And here, I believe this is corn. 50-pound bag of corn. So the corn and the peas and that, obviously, these are for the chickens. One thing that I also ordered but didn't end up in my order is wheat. I was going to make a mix with wheat, peas, and corn, but sometimes one thing about Azure is you might order something and then it says it's in stock, and then when the order gets finalized and everything gets loaded into the truck to ship, sometimes they don't have the thing that you ordered. So that was one thing that I ordered that didn't end up in my final order. Kind of annoying. It's happened before. I think wheat's just a very popular item, and yeah, I'll just have to reorder it in the future. All right, so besides all that big stuff, I had this box full of some smaller things that I got. Vanilla beans. I've never had vanilla beans before. We want to make our own vanilla extract, so we're finally going to do that. Got some organic vanilla beans. I've got, I forgot I ordered the all-purpose flour. I think this is 10 pounds bag. Yeah. Migraine relief. I get these a lot, and I don't like always taking Tylenol or Advil, so I'm trying a more natural homeopathic kind of headache medicine, so excited about that. Shaving cream, I just wanted to try. Saw they had the shaving cream, so I'm going for it. A lot of the shaving creams that come in cans, you know, have some bad ingredients. This is a pretty clean looking ingredient shaving soap. I actually thought it was bigger, but hopefully it'll last me a while. And down here, this is what I'm most excited about. Seeds. It's not just food. You could actually buy seeds. And these seeds specifically, you might not have heard of them. They're called Anasazi sweet corn. Now, I was doing research into varieties of corn that are drought resistant, that could hold up to potentially being in a field without irrigation, and still do well, and that also is a sweet corn. And I researched and did find this variety called Anasazi. I've never heard of it before, but apparently, I had to look this up, maybe hundreds, thousands of years ago. It was found in a cave in New Mexico, and Native Americans used to grow this kind of corn. And you can see from these pictures, they actually have some really interesting colors on here. And usually a corn like this would be more of like a dent corn, one that you would grow and, you know, grind up for flour. But this, I mean, you can do that with the seed, but this can also be eaten as a sweet corn in its milky stage. So these seeds were very, very hard to find. I was happy to find them on Azure Standard's website. And they actually have quite a extensive amount of seeds that you could buy from them. I think you can also buy live plants from them as well, which I haven't done. But I got a couple packets of these because these are what I'm going to try to grow this year for our home garden. I want to grow a bigger patch of corn, and this is not something you could find in stores, and that's what I get excited about the most, is growing cool kinds of different kinds of seeds that you don't see every day. So we're going to bring this corn back. Other seeds you see in here, I got a whole bunch of packs of pinto beans to grow. I've been feeding that to my chickens with some rice and pinto beans. So my thinking is, why not plant these alongside the Native American corn, do a little Three Sisters planting, which I did a little bit of this year. Wasn't always successful with my timing of that, but I'm going to try it again next year, and the pinto beans will be good to grow for the chickens. What else? I got pepper seed. I don't remember ordering that, but I actually really like these. I had a hard time germinating them. So more pepper seeds. I got some Walla Walla onions. I want to try to grow some really big onions next year. And some chives. Got to have more chives. Perennial. Really pretty.
good to add to a lot of things. So I think that's all that makes up my entire order. Yep, got a lot of pinto beans. Really excited, like I said, about these Anasazi sweet corn. It was really hard to find this corn, and I got so excited. I was really just gonna order these from Azure, but I ended up saying, you know what? There's an election coming up, a lot of craziness in the world. Why not just order a lot of things in bulk besides just these seeds? So I ended up getting quite a few $100 order of all this stuff, but all organic. I got flour. We'll be set. We're going to be set on making sourdough bread for quite a while. Our chickens are going to be set. Even though I didn't get the wheat, I might get that from somewhere else. And I'm going to mix a big bin full of their food for them. Even though I haven't been feeding them specifically, chicken feed, I've been making the rice and beans. If you haven't seen that video, it's actually my most popular video for whatever reason. I'll put a link to that video, how I've been feeding my chickens rice and beans. And I'll put that above. But I've been feeding them rice and beans, and they've been doing very well. But part of me feels like they should be putting out more egg production. And that could have to do with a bunch of different factors. Like, I think I have too many chickens right now, and I need to thin out my flock a bit in the space that I have them. But I'm going to be supplementing. I'm still going to be doing the rice and beans diet for my chickens, but I'm also going to have a feeder with this homemade feed in a different spot so that they can get that whenever they feel hungry. So there should be no reason why they're not laying eggs. They should have plenty of food and vitamins, nutrients, all that stuff. So that's what I'm planning to do with my chickens. But I was really excited about this Azure Standard order. I wanted to share that. I actually have a link. If you've never heard of Azure Standard, click the link down below. I have a link for Azure Standard that you can go to their website and check out everything that they have. And that benefits me at no cost to you. Definitely check that out if you're interested in finding more organic groceries, different things for your pantry in bulk that you have a hard time finding in a grocery store. You can get them from Azure. You'll go to you'll make your order, go to the drop site, and then everybody helps unload from the truck, and they get put on pallets where for each different order. And then when everything's loaded off the truck, you take your order into your car and then take it home. It actually took quite a bit. There was a very big, our drop site got a lot bigger. There seems to be more people there than ever before. So it took a really long time to unload the truck, but it was good. A lot of people, a lot of women there with their children, trying to feed them good food. Really good. Might be a good place to meet like-minded people that are also interested in eating healthy food. So another thing to think about with Azure. But definitely check out that link below. If you've never heard of Azure, you could click my link, set up your own account. If you're new to our channel and just discovering us for the first time, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Trying to grow this channel a little bit, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, if you enjoyed this content. We do a lot more content on the garden. I have a market garden. I grow crops for the farmer's market, and we'll be selling to a new farm-to-table grocery store coming up. Really excited about that. I'm going to be doing some videos on winter gardening, growing crops throughout the winter, and I'm doing some small-scale gardening, and I do a lot of videos teaching you how to create your own garden from scratch, even in the smallest corner of your backyard. So if you're interested in any of those things, please subscribe to our channel. Happy to have you here. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.